Let's make history. So a judge just ruled that Luigi Mangione, who murdered the healthcare executive in New York City in cold blood, will not be charged with murder one because it didn't qualify as a terrorist act. Yet he did it to shake up the healthcare industry for what he felt and many others felt were unjust practices as far as healthcare eligibility and pricing. And so the judge said, no, he was just trying to make a statement. He wasn't really trying to scare anyone into doing something. But that's actually what he was doing, because he used death. He didn't use another method like to stage or to set up a protest or to maybe write a book about it or an article or something of that nature. No, he chose murder. So how is that not terrorism? But it's come a time now in public life where if you're on a certain side of the aisle, you could even kill someone, because now he's going to be charged with second-degree murder, which makes him eligible for parole. He killed this man, and the irony is that the executive, the healthcare executive who he murdered, actually worked his way up from, I believe, lower middle class or working class family, and he worked his way up to wealth. Whereas Luigi Mangione was privileged. He was raised with money. He was raised in a decent family environment. Whereas this guy had to work his way up. So that's the irony of it. But yeah, he will come home someday. And they were actually sick people outside the courthouse celebrating the fact that he wouldn't be given charges related to terrorism. Though you disagree with how he conducted his business in the healthcare industry, you have no right to kill him. But now that seems to be okay. Same thing with Charlie Kirk. American politics is so toxic right now. You have many people out here celebrating the death of a man who was murdered, who didn't cause violence to anyone. Charlie Kirk is accused of spreading hate, but tell me one thing he said that was hateful. The guy was actually religious, and that was deeply embedded in his politics. You heard it when he debated. The reason why they're saying that he's spreading hate is because he chose not to go along with the whole narrative of transgenderism. He believed, because of his religious views, that whatever sex you were born into, that's what you are. He didn't acknowledge someone who was born a man, claimed to be a woman, or born a woman and claiming to be a man. And he also didn't agree with all the rioting done during the George Floyd situation. Many people, such as myself included, believe that George Floyd actually played a greater part in his own death than Derek Chauvin, the cop who had his knee on his neck, which, by the way, that procedure is allowed for Minneapolis police. And it goes even deeper. I have a video on that. Check it out when you get a chance. It's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. But he had these views and other views that people really got upset about. And so that's the reason why his death has been celebrated. Just because of a disagreement of views, of ideological views. The man didn't say any racial epithets to anyone. He didn't curse at anyone. He didn't use any sort of racial slur or anti-gay slur. Nothing like that. Yet, it's justified for him to be murdered in cold blood